If ever someone balks at watching this show because of its runtime, assure them that the first 400 minutes are a skippable introduction where vibrations organize sand, taking this dangerously odd opportunity to stargaze. Well, I guess forever and always I will now scour the Silmarillion for the history of who diapers the comet people and why.
She's making that face, not that face, Nori.
Whatever face Nori's making, it's a face facing away from Poppy's face. So how does she know the face she's not facing?
Your mom's gonna kill you.
Not if her curiosity kills her first. Also, that's a strange thing to say after watching your friend go through trauma. How about try, "Are you all right?" next time? Because you know there's going to be a Nori shenanigans next time.
How many signs do you need?
People who take astrology seriously. Jeez, Malva's such a Libra. I don't care if you're a Hobbit leader. Don't snap your fingers at someone to make them go faster. It's rude and irritating. 2 sins for the lack of manners. Jeez, even Lobelia Sackville Baggins wouldn't do this on her worst day.
Elf, maybe? Wrong ears. And he's not handsome.
And here's where we get to blame Tolkien for making the elves so handsome that all other race possibilities are described by the length of their ears and whether or not they meet the Legolas standard.
I just know he's important. It's like there's a reason this happened, like I was supposed to find him. Me.
My plea to my parents when bringing home a scroungy mutt dog rescue when I was a kid somehow makes its way into a $1 billion budget show. Now we know that Arondir has no manners by not knocking before entering a stranger's house. Why are you giving him your lantern? His torch is right down there and still lit, and you're gonna need light on the way back. I guess we're skipping right on over the trip from here to there. I don't mind that, especially if nothing interesting happened, but that must have taken so long, and they only have until spring. And if they're giant birds, show us. Also, these two show up in the same fucking clothes, as if elves managed to not get road worn. And if they rode over on horsies, then changed back into nice clothes, where's their entourage? Where's their camp? How did they get here so fucking fast in such perfect condition?
They sculpt the rock with the respect of one who cares for an aged parent.
If a child of mine approached me in my old age with a chisel and hammer asking to sculpt me, I'd wonder where I went wrong. Show never explains how any of the dwarves aren't blind from this massive mirror reflecting the fucking sun through their skulls. It's hard to believe that an event like this would draw so few Dwarven folks to view it. This is an elf that has wronged the prince showing up to throw down in a rock smashing challenge. This cozy tavern should be packed. Where's the arena for this epic event? Dude, that's boulder number 1 in an endurance match. Maybe cool it on the premature celebration. A quick question about the dental hygiene of the comet people. Do they not have a sort of celestial healthcare package or something? Seems like a real gig to be hurled to a planet and immediately suffer from mental distress, disorientation, 0 language skills, and rotting teeth.
It's food.
The French.
I am helping by asking him to help.
Middle management.
Where do you belong? Where are all the others? You know, of your kind like you.
Nori's already realized that Comet Person has no memory and can't talk, yet she continues to ask complex questions rather than advance him from the what to put in mouth stage to the where to go potty stage. Baby steps are called baby steps for a reason. Questions about the meaning of life can wait until the diapered man knows how to goo goo gaga. Holy shit. That Comet Man did some weird stuff with a stick in the mud and Nori's father's ankle broke. Did he make it happen? Was it foretold in the stars that this must be the way in order for the Comet Man to fold into the story? And he was warning Nori of the danger? Who knows? This episode is fully embracing the idea that every scene with him is a massive dose of magical intrigue, hope, and a horrific sense of danger. Stop f***ing with me and tell me who this is. Our next clue is the Comet Man is excellent at creating pants from the camouflage moss fabric that Nori brought from their campsite. Come to think of it, Nori grabbed a hobbit-sized piece of fabric earlier, but that's not nearly enough to cover Comet Man. So he is also great at creating something from nothing.
You saw him. Wouldn't put the weight of a leaf on that leg, much less pull a cart.
Mind your own fire, Malva.
Well, normally we send kids, but this one actually did something right by telling this crusty old gossip where she can shove her opinions. So I guess the sin is for Malva? Stop being such a hag. If you're so concerned about their cart, offer to help pull it yourself. We now interrupt your exciting Lord of the Rings series to return to a marathon session of Galadriel Phelps. Because when I thought of Second Age Galadriel, I know long-distance swimming was the first image that came to mind.
You liar.
What exactly did she lie about? All she's told you so far is she was separated from her ship, which is technically true. I mean, it's definitely Fey word games, but she hasn't lied to you. Show gives the boat people and the sweet sea worm the NPC treatment of an experienced DM and kills the encounter quickly so that the players aren't diverted from the main storyline for longer than necessary. We want more worm.
20 years may be the blink of an eye to an elf. but I've lived an entire life in that time.
Elrond apparently went to the dream school of catching up with friends. So sure, they're technically already indoors because they're underground, but you still shut the front door to houses, Elrond. For a smooth-talking elf, you sure are showing that you're also kind of a dick.
Make yourself comfortable, please.
But not too comfortable.
Okay, the highlight of this episode is absolutely Elrond and Durin reconnecting the sassy way that they do. I'm impressed with nearly every part of what I'm seeing on screen, from the writing, set design, prosthetics, CGI, direction. All of it's beautifully done in these scenes. But you need the great acting to bring these vibrant characters to life, and I'm glad to actually enjoy myself. Durin's my spirit animal.
That is until he showed up at our next survey. And the one after that. And the one after that.
Always did have a talent for lurking.
The Elvish word for stalking is apparently lurking. And honestly, Tolkien should have foreseen the confusion this would bring. Gotta love that dramatically timed thunder. It's never late nor early. It booms precisely when it means to. Set designers decide to smash our dreams and answer the question, why not fly everywhere on the big glorious birds, by showing us a terrifying depiction of birds devouring people.
It was as if the ground had swallowed up the people of Arden like flies.
How would the ground swallow people up like flies? Great. Now for the rest of the show, I'll be imagining how this analogy works at all. The Horden folk buzzing around like flies over in the earth, gobbling them? It doesn't make sense.
We must spread the word.
No, I will not have this gossip, Bronwyn. I've seen landslides less dangerous than a wayward tongue without proof or pudding. That's all it'd be.
Okay, first of all, with more than one person present in the tavern in this small town, the landslide of gossip has already begun. And second, proof is found in the nearby town's pudding when another person confirms Bronwyn's story by riding to the next town. Why not believe her? I understand that she's the elf-loving outcast, but she's also their needed healer. If she leaves for danger or for rejection, they're in more trouble than, well, flies near gobbly land. It still doesn't make sense.
Stupid! Bastard! Lies!
Settle down, Theo. You don't know what kind of mice you're picking a fight with or where they're from. Monway help you if they're from Nim. Smart little rodents won't hesitate to outsmart you in your little fire poker. All right, show. I've had my fill of what's in the darkness tension while Galadriel was bobbing like a snack at sea. Now you're just wanting to steal any sense of peace and torture me with shit that will haunt my sleepy time. Where are the singing elves and adorable hobbitses? All right, show. I've had my fill of how can I fit my body tightly into the darkness while being hunted tension. You know the rest. Why is there light in this underground space? Arondir dropped his lantern in the water. Is there a hole above? If so, why isn't Arondir trying to climb out through there? This is a bad guy hand, just hanging out there like a root until the perfect amount of tension builds up for it to pounce. If you really think about it, the orc that's attached to that arm has the easiest job. Just lays around in the dark passage where nobody really goes, being totally still like a vine all limpy noodle-like. I bet it's a lot of napping, honestly. Hang on now. There are two big windows letting in lots of sunshine. Saruman had to breed Uruk-hai specifically to move in sunlight, but this plain orc isn't bothered by all this vitamin D? Cool scene, but no way does Theo weigh enough to lift this orc off the ground and suspend him for even a few seconds. He might be 40 pounds soaking wet. On the one hand, I'm glad Bronwyn was able to defeat their foe, but on the other hand, I'm disappointed she didn't go for the choppy head-off weapon in the first place. It was an option the whole time, and she instinctively went for this first. Holy abrupt transition, Batman. I think I just fell out of my chair or got whiplash or something. Also, Bronwyn palms the head basketball style? Is she in shock? Who does that? Just open the satchel carrying the noggin and have your peers peep in for a look-see. There's no reason for a dramatic reveal when the head of an orc is in and of itself a dramatic reveal.
We make for the Elven Tower at first light.
But not right now, because I really need to get some rest and refocus my efforts on adding weapons to my healing house. I don't know, guys. Really seems like an elf would take being struck by lightning and thrown into the sea as a sign that they were on the wrong path or something. But I guess the show has to find a way to make us believe that something could stop the badass that is Galadriel. Can anything stop her? I mean, I assume that Sauron could stop her somehow. Wait, does Sauron live in the lightning? I figured out who Sauron is! And that, kids, is why you don't tie yourself to a f***ing mast while in the ocean. Or really anywhere. Please observe the comet creature exempling to we, the croissant people, that you can in fact uncoil the hunched over video game posture and properly stand the f*** up.
It's a lantern. We use fireflies.
Okay, but as any rural kid who grew up catching fireflies will tell you, their asses don't stay lit constantly. If these lanterns were truly fueled by fireflies, they'd be blinking more often than not.
I don't speak firefly.
thing Fox executive said just before canceling the greatest science fiction series of all time somehow makes it into the episode. This will he, won't he foreboding feeling centered around Comet Man's good or evil motivations had better resolve quickly because I don't want to spend the rest of this season popping antacids. Holy shit. How did the dwarves get a hold of a treasure chest from Marcellus Wallace? These dumbass human people had a horror creep through their floor and they're just hanging out? How are they so certain no other baddies are going to spill up from the floor? I don't know, Theo. I wouldn't mess with a sword that drinks blood. You want to end up like Grog? Just a shadow of a man that could rescue us. Better go back to sleep.
We'll take the harsh antacids.
It's not just a boulder. It's a rock.
I'm Halbrand.
You sit on a throne of lies.
What's he saying to them?
We have cucumbers.
Keep swimming, just keep swimming, swimming, swimming.
Eat